Hi insurance brokers, welcome back to the last episode in this series, Behind the Scenes of a Virtual Assistant. This was a series designed to give you some insight as to some of the tasks and programs that we're familiar with at your personal assistant, and it might give you some ideas as to some of the things that you might like to offload onto a virtual assistant. Number 7 of our brokers, he works with a few of the apps that we've used already. Harvest Time Tracker is our app that we use to be able to record our time accurately and give you a report to let you know what tasks have been performed. Xplan is this broker's CRM. And lastly, we also use our email address, which is our Your PA email, which I'll go into more details later. So those are the 3 apps that we use. As for the tasks that we perform, first of all, file management. He will send an email through to our Your PA email address. The reason that we use this email address is because we don't address any of his clients, and so we don't need to appear as if we're coming from his company, and we're absolutely fine with that. He's fine with that. He just sends it to us, and then we know that it's from his brokerage, so we would upload it into the right place. Once he sends through an email, this could include anything for filing, it could include an SOA, it could include a record of advice, it could include any documents within the business advice process. We would take that and upload it into the right place and label it correctly. Another task that we perform for this broker is compliance. What this means is that when the information is sent through to us, we would enter that information and pre-populate the Xplan's wizard for either statement of advice or review of advice. He will ensure that he gives us the right information, all of the advice that he gives and recommendations for the client, and we would just have to enter that into Xplan. He sends it via email, but if you would prefer to voice it through to us, then it would save you having to type it out. We use WhatsApp, so if you wanted to send the paragraphs through in a voice message, then we could write that out and get that in the proper place. So once we've prepared that document accordingly, then we would send that draft off to the advisor for him to do the final check and give his approval. Once he approves that, then we'll get it all squared away and filed correctly. This broker requires 2.5 hours a week, or 10 hours a month in total. So if there's a lot of work, we can smash that out all in one go. If there's not as much work, then we can do it little bit by little bit throughout the week. So that's depending on the workload. This is a bit of insight as to one of our brokers. If you have any further questions or you want to pick my brain about any of our services, I would love to hear from you. Please give me a call on the number below or click on the link to book in a time with me, and there's no obligation with this meeting. I'd just love to meet you and answer any questions that you have. Have a good rest of the day, and thanks for listening. Bye.